Hey YouTube, man, I hope you're enjoying this weather like I have here today. It's really warm and sunshine. Got a late start, but I'm gonna get a few things done. It's not really late. I'm lazy. It's my normal start. So I want to talk about 6 things in no particular order, although I'm sure they could be triaged, of things to watch for before the end of the year, and that bear watching. So, number 1 is the government's funded till the 21st. Now, I'm not sure if that's to the end of the 21st or if it's funded till the 21st. Midnight funding ceases. Of course, Trump wants his $5 billion for the wall, and the Democrats won't give it to him. They gave Obama $157 million in cash to send to our enemies in Iran over a no-deal deal, a deal that was never signed. So I don't know why they hate this country so much, except that I guess illegal immigrants, are really a substantial part, of the votes they get. That's all I can figure. My buddy was in politics like 20 years ago. They assumed 7% fraud on the voter fraud on the Democrat side of the House. So I used to say I hate both parties equally, but these Democrats are just off the chain. I mean, they want full-blown communism in this country. And it's just a bus stop, like Pat Buchanan says. It's just a bus stop to them. They'll get off the bus when they get in power and maybe try and institute, another form of government. Who knows? But anyhow, we need to watch out for that funding deal. And I personally support the $5 billion for the wall. We have the House schedule. They got 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound sack trying to load up, get all these hearings done before the Democrats take over the House. There are Loretta Lynch is coming in for testimony. Comey's coming back for more testimony. They have the Clinton Foundation. They're having public testimonies on that about nonprofit abuse. And they were mentioned in that. What is the guy's name? Horowitz, the IG for the Department of Justice. The Clinton Foundation was mentioned in regards to human rights abuses. So, and supposedly their chief financial officer has flipped. I get all hopeful when I see this stuff, but nothing sort of the father coming back who's going to straighten this place out. But anyhow, that bears watching because they postponed everything. The left postponed everything to bury Daddy Bush. He was a globalist tool to the end and beyond. So is there going to be a false flag to stop these other testimonies? I don't know. But and I don't know about your eschatology, but eschatology is the order of things in end times. But the Sanhedrin just authorized and carried out a practiced daily sacrifice the last day of Hanukkah. So for the abomination that makes, the abomination that makes desolate. And the way that happened before in 70 AD was Epiphanius came in and brought in a statue of Zeus to the temple, and he sacrificed a hog on the altar. So that was the abomination that made desolate. It made the place desolate, the temple desolate. They quit holding daily sacrifices because it was profane. Then we know the Maccabees, took the Romans to task, and that's what Hanukkah's from. It's from the institution of the temple. But so when the new anti-Messiah, the real deal, shows up, he will do something that makes the abomination that makes desolate. So. But the inference there is there has to be a daily sacrifice going on. And that daily sacrifice might only be going on for a week before he stops it. So things could be ramping up. And then Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, he has a big peace deal he's going to be unraveling over the next couple of weeks for the Middle East. So, I'm really suspect. I'm a Trump guy at this point, but I watch that Jared Kushner. So we have Ukraine. Ukraine just put 90 hospitals on alert, and the quote is they're going to be cleansing. There's going to be a cleansing of unwanted elements. What is that about? You know, we've been sending in tanks through Poland. Ukraine's been bringing in heavy armor, and I'm not sure these have to do with the cleansing of unwanted elements. Although they might, you know, they might send the army around to get their own citizens. I don't know, but that's something to watch. Then we have the Yellow Jackets. You know that the Yellow Jackets have spread to Belgium and Germany. This morning on Breitbart, they had a letter written and signed by about a dozen French generals. It said Macron had no right to deprive them of a homeland. That if he's going to sign this UN compact on migration, which isn't legally binding, but it puts a legal framework in place, that if he signs that, that's, I think they call it, I think they mentioned the word traitor. I don't know. I'd have to check that again. But these generals say that it should be, you know, a referendum to the French people. And yeah, duh. So the Yellow Jackets, and that's expanded. These protesters have expanded to Belgium and Germany. So then we have Brexit. So as I understand, like I'm in the Midwest, so by 3 o'clock, which is coming up, there's going to be a vote of confidence on Theresa May, the Prime Minister. So if she and it's a simple majority. So if she fails, if she fails by a simple majority, the government will be in a caretaker status, and they'll take up to 6 weeks to generate a new Prime Minister and take her place. So we got the U.S. funding, we got the House schedule, we got the eschatology deal going on, we got Ukraine, Yellow Jackets, and Brexit. So 6 things worth watching as we wind up this year. So thanks for listening.